Okay. Hi guys.
Hi.
Nobody's on yet, but when you do get on, hi.
So this is our second live stream ever. Last week we said that we were going to do a short one, and it ended up being 1 hour, which was totally not what we planned. And I'm sure because it was so long, we probably didn't get as many rewatchers as we had hoped, because that was our whole point in making it short. It wasn't short at all.
There's 3 people on there.
Hello, thanks for joining us. Today it's a little bit cold outside, and unfortunately it hasn't been getting warmer like we thought it would. We had like 1 day of sunshine. And
it was awesome.
we opened the sunroom and it was really nice. And then the wind came from the north the next day and blew all that nice heat out. Hello people!
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Bob and Quibben Kayatic. I don't know how to pronounce you guys' names.
Some of these are hard for us to pronounce. But
awesome! Good morning, everybody.
Copper House. So, whereas last time we kind of just started out talking about stuff, this time we're gonna
just dive right into conversation with you guys. That was the funnest part, I felt like.
Got someone out here from Pakistan. Thank you.
Here we go. That's easy to read up there.
Here, so I will, look. Good cold morning, Willow Creek Homestead.
It is cold.
Thanks for joining us again. And Trish, if you want to moderate, I don't know. I guess did we figure out how to do that from our end?
I still don't know if I know how to moderate.
Or how to,
let's see.
How to allow. We'll try that real quick, but we're going to try harder to address what everybody is saying, instead of just going on our own merry way with stories or whatever.
So if you have questions, please throw them out there. That way we can just start talking about whatever.
In the settings, we can add a moderator. Thanks, Trish.
Hi from Oregon.
I'm assuming it's Trish.
St. Faces Farm? I can't say that.
St. Fiacres. This will be fun. This will just be the watch Trenton Lording try to pronounce everybody's
Everybody wants to
names.
See us make fools of ourselves. That's why live stream is scary.
Yeah.
Because we can't take it back.
Althea Nichols, hi!
Yay!
And from Chile, wow. This is fun. And from Maine, wow. Maine is pretty. Speaking of that, we're always looking at real estate. In fact, yesterday we looked at a great property. It was 30 acres for $35,000 in Arkansas, and we spent 5 or 6 hours in total looking up all of everything about that county and about the properties. And I don't know, it's a fun adventure every time we do that. It's almost like going on vacation and kind of imagining this other aspect of our future lives that we might not have dreamed of before. It's just fun. It kind of keeps our minds dreaming and working, and so we kind of just do that a lot. And Maine is one of those places that we've explored. We've actually looked in Chile as well. Just for fun, you know? I think it's a blast. You know, if any of you have ever gotten on Google Earth, do any of you do that? Just get on, go like on
just drive around in some place that you've never been.
Yeah, almost like a
we were
virtual
driving
vacation.
around Paris and we were looking at the Eiffel Tower. It felt like we were there, at least as far as we're concerned.
Lizzie was like, look, I'm like under the Eiffel Tower. It was really fun.
I know, Lizzie struggles with the fact that we don't get to take vacations very much. But Trent and I, we don't struggle. Google is good enough for us.
Actually, it's funny. We read somewhere that planning a vacation is actually as good for your soul and gives you as much enjoyment. No, more enjoyment.
The anticipation of the event gives you more
actual enjoyment than the actual event does. So if you plan a trip to Disneyland with your kids and then you say, oh gosh, you know, we just can't afford it this year or something, or you know, something happened, we can't go. It doesn't matter. Your kids already enjoyed the best part of it, and they didn't have to pay anything. That was a real study. I think it was on NPR or something. Yeah. It's way cheaper, isn't it? Plan a trip to Disneyland and then save your $1,500.
That's right. That's what happens when I go into the dollar store, because I hate
Melissa, Terry, Oriana.
Spending a whole bunch of money because you're like, oh, it's just $1. My favorite thing is leaving the dollar store with nothing.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yes,
think how much money we just saved. We just went downtown just so we could save money. Chris, you're gonna go tropical. Awesome. Arkansas. Hey, yeah, Arkansas. Which part of Arkansas? My happy place, Cindy. Yeah, it's like window shopping, Roxanne. Dollar store. Security place. Yes. I mean, it's only $1, but have you ever thought of how much stuff they have there? You know, literally probably like 3 million items. So that they've got millions. Yeah, it's very deceptive. And we walk away with a third of it.
Arkansas?
Oh. Batesville. We'll look that up. It's funny. We're actually always looking at places that are cheap and that have lax building laws because, you know, we build.
We're weird.
Up to code and beyond, but we like the freedom to do it without having to go down to the courthouse first and wait a week for their permission. So we're always looking for places, well, like here, you know, here in Franklin County, Idaho,
places that have more sunshine, so our sunroom can actually work.
Yeah, places
That's
just like this, except better. No, we could be happy here absolutely forever.
We could be happy here. We just want some sunshine is really what I'm saying.
So we didn't share it on our channel, but we did share it on Patreon. So those of you who happen to be Patreon subscribers, you've already seen it. But we did actually light up the rocket stove, and it's been really nice, and it works great. And we're going to be doing some changes to it. We might have mentioned that last week in the live stream. But
do you guys know what a rocket mass heater is? Just tell us in the comments, because if you don't, then we would love to share. But if you already know, then there's no point.
We're not actually plugged in today, so we do have a time limit as far as the...
Hagerman, Idaho? I don't know where that is. Do you know where that
Hagerman? Idaho. I'm not sure where Hagerman is.
We don't know if we're close to there or not.
We know. There's actually... It's funny, we checked out a book from the library about Idaho, and the first thing it said is... Idaho is essentially 5 different countries. It says the people in Boise, for example, don't associate themselves with people in northern Idaho who also don't associate themselves with southeastern. We're in southeastern. So, as far as we're concerned,
they don't exist.
4/5 of the state is practically a different state. It's not really. We actually might someday relocate to northern Idaho. So we love this state.
So we've got a whole bunch of people saying that they don't know what a rocket mass heater is. So we might as well share.
Well.
We could show you by literally bringing the camera.
Well, oh yeah, we could, because we're not... You guys want that? We're going to go on a little trip. You know, this is really putting ourselves out there because you get to see, unedited, our house. In all its terribleness. So, this is our rocket mass heater. And I'm going to try not to cover up a little bit lower, cover up the microphone. Turns out last week I was covering up the microphone for half the time. Sorry about that. So, so we've got a big chunk of coal burning in there right now. And this is set up to burn either coal or wood, which is pretty awesome, because coal is cheap and it is less work to chop. So anyway, so the idea behind a rocket stove or a rocket mass heater, which is what this is so fire and heat always wants to go up. So, you know, most fireplaces just take advantage of the heat that escapes from the burning wood or coal immediately, and it goes out through the firebox and it radiates out, and you've got this nice hot firebox. And then the rest of the heat just goes right up the chimney because heat wants to go up. Now, well, the rocket mass heater goes up a small chimney that's actually inside this barrel, and then it radiates its heat all the way out in the barrel. And the hottest spot is right up here where basically the top of this chimney is. But then it actually goes down, and it snakes all around back behind this all this masonry that I built. And then finally goes up and out this chimney. And this is just a normal like HVAC pipe, and it doesn't even have to hold up to high heat because it never even gets as hot as like an in-house forced air heater. Oh. So whereas this is, well, right now it's just, you know, it's just barely going. The fire is but it's nice and hot. It's like a hot radiator you find in an old house.
So
and
all the heat is being trapped in our house.
In the house. And this is just, I barely feel warmth. I don't think it's even as warm as no, it's slightly warmer than my fingertips, which are a tiny bit cold. So what that means is all of the heat from this fire is staying in our house. It's like 99, 98% efficient, which is more efficient than the most efficient EPA-regulated wood stoves out there, which is pretty awesome. In fact, it's more efficient than forced air heaters that are electronic. And
it uses a fraction of the wood. How much wood do we use compared?
How much wood could a Trinity check? Maybe, I think last year, which was a really cold and long winter, used, I knew, I calculated it once before. Oh, far less than a cord. Half a cord maybe, I don't know, something like that.
Per winter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas a typical house this size would probably use cords. Our neighbor, who may or may not be on here.
Hey, Teal House. Hey, Alabama Fly.
Sorry, we couldn't read the comments because we were over there and we weren't looking at them.
We were having a vacation to show you our rocket stoves.
This house is actually pretty big, an old farmhouse that's just been added onto over the years. I think it's, when all said and done, it's about 4,000 square feet, which is just way too big for us, actually.
And when you look up rocket stove, or rocket mass heater, which is different than a rocket stove doesn't trap the heat and hold it.
It just efficiently burns it.
It just burns it without any emissions. A lot of people cook on those. But the rocket mass heater, ours is actually different. It's like a hybrid. So when you look it up, you'll see that ours is not quite the same as what you'll find on other people's. We messed around with it to see if we could. We wanted to be able to see the fire. A lot of people have a feed box that is vertical, so you can't look at the fire.
Yeah, so we sort of invented ours based on a few other designs that we found. And this is the third or fourth rocket mass heater that we've built. The third one, oh yeah, fourth, because we have one in the back in my art studio, which is the typical design. We just followed the plans to the T for that one, and it works great. And then depending on what you need, you kind of just reinvent it from there. And so ours is like its own invention, sort of our own invention based on a lot of other people's different ideas. Some people heat with wood. Yeah, if you guys heat with wood, yeah, you ought to look up the rocket mass heaters. You'll save a ton. Save a ton of wood, a ton of time. You don't have to.
Got money?
Yeah, if you're paying for your wood, it's definitely save a ton of money too.
My happy place says hi, Banjo. Banjo, say hi back.
Yeah, insurance agents. Yeah, Teal House. So, want to try one, but not sure if the insurance agent will appreciate it. One nice thing about the emissions from rocket mass heaters is if you can make it look exactly like whatever you want. You know, ours is eventually going to look like a regular old fireplace. I don't know. Some insurance places don't like fireplaces in general, do they? But you can get away with a lot because with zero emissions or zero visible emissions,
they might never know you even have one.
You can burn even on red air days, and not only will you not be contributing. Oh, don't touch your hair. She doesn't like it, buddy. Not only will you not be contributing to the problem of a red air day, but nobody would know anyway because it doesn't put out anything that's visible. Just steam. So it would look like a typical. Propane or gas furnace. What?
It's 11 a.m. and Marianne has to go. Good night.
Oh.
Or 1 a.m. For her, it's 1 a.m.
Oh.
Bye, Marianne.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, Willow Creek. Your insurance said it's okay. That's awesome. Oh, maybe it's good to check different insurance places then.
That's cool.
Good, because I know you guys, Trish and Jonah over at Willow Creek Homestead are making their own, and they're at the point where I was when I was like emotionally freaking out about how to make one. I don't know. Do you guys relate to that? Yeah, Teal house, gonna stick one in your living room. If we could do it over again, we would definitely have made one in our little city house, because knowing now what we know about rocket mass heaters, we could have easily gotten away with it, even though it I don't know if it was illegal or not, but
it's hard to make
emissions.
the jump into something like that when you have a really easy heat source. And so I'm not surprised that we never did it in our other home, because we had forced heat. Hey Albert. We had forced heat, and it's just easy. You just turn it on. And here, there was nothing hooked up. And so we were like, do we want to be freezing cold, or do we want to build something? And so we were forced in a way, and I'm grateful for that. It's a lot easier to be forced into something than to like, do I want to make this huge, gigantic change? You know, when you have a comfy, alternative. We didn't have a comfy alternative, so it was easy.
Amy's making cute faces. Look at her eyebrows, too.
We had done face painting on the girls, as you can see. It's rubbed off, and now they just look homeless.
Yeah, so Banjo was a tiger yesterday. Oh, you should have seen it.
Everybody's saying hi, Banjo. It says right there. Can you see your name?
There's Althea blowing kisses to you, Banj.
See, she's going, Mwah.
Yeah, Trish, I'll totally come over and help you with your rocket mass heater. That'd be awesome. So no CO2 emissions or CO emissions, keeping it real. Yeah, no emissions whatsoever. There's a very strong draw as long as you do it correctly, and it works just like a regular fireplace, but nothing like a regular fireplace, if that makes any sense. So you cook in it, you add the fire to it just like a regular fireplace. If you build it to accept large logs like ours is, but yeah, it's just very, no emissions.
At the beginning, you get a little smoke when your fire's not hot enough.
Yeah, when you're starting the paper
But that's it. When you get it hot enough, it just burns all that smoke. It's awesome.
Yeah, so within about 5 minutes, somebody could walk right by your house and look at the chimney and never ever know you even had a fire going. Pretty awesome.
So yeah, someone said, Keeping It Real said no CO2 emissions.
Oh,
We already answered that.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So either indoors and outdoors, just no emissions outside either, even out the chimney.
Emmy says hi to Athena, or Althea.
Hi from South Africa, Michelle.
Oh, awesome.
Cool. Hi.
Hey, Michelle.
So we've got projects going all the time. We try to show you guys on the daily videos what we're working on, but there's always stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Lately we've forgotten to include the animal projects in our videos, just because it kind of, it's not mundane, but we just forget that it's interesting to other people, and they're always there for us. I always milk the cow, I always squirt milk in the mouth of the kitty beforehand, and Everett's always out there feeding the turkeys and the chickens. So we're anyway, Hammy, Alex is always taking care of Hammy, and they're all doing great, and we'll
probably show a lot more now that our garden's dead.
Yeah.
We're not going to be showing, gardening videos, so we'll be doing a lot of animal videos, and again, because we won't be so busy. And we've got all our tomatoes canned, you guys. The only thing we have left are our cherry tomatoes, which I might dehydrate.
Yeah. Do you want to know how many quarts we got? Holy cow. We got 74 quarts of tomatoes. It is so awesome. Last year we
did 27 last year, and that only fed us for 6 months worth of.
Yeah, 6 months, but that's only because by like the third or fourth month we really
we started cutting
paced
back
ourselves, to try to make it last, and we just said to ourselves we need at least twice that much, and we got more than twice, so we're very, very happy about that. So much fun. Hopefully next year we can keep up that the high amount.
No, Bob, we have not dug up all our potatoes yet.
Yeah, currently we're just keeping the potatoes outside. We want to cover them in straw so they don't freeze, but it hasn't frozen deep enough yet to cause any problems, and
we're probably only going to harvest
they'll stay fresh out there
a little bit at a time, like a week's worth or something, and then we'll go out and get more. Hopefully the voles will leave them alone. We're going to try that as an experiment. And if we find that they get eaten, we might harvest all of them. I don't know.
So Teal House, I'm assuming it's, I don't know, maybe it's both of you guys. What were we saying? Sorry.
Somebody was.
Oh, you were just talking about the rocket stove. Yeah, definitely look into it more. It's awesome. You'll save tons of time, so much time, not having to do so much.
We built ours so that we can fit bigger pieces of wood. The typical rocket mass heater requires you to use kindling only, and it burns very quickly. So you're going to be,
burns
you have
very
to stay,
very hot.
You have to stay home and put wood in it all the time.
So it's great for like an office or a den or something like that, somewhere where you only need that heat.
Some people use a vertical
there,
feed, and so gravity, if you have a long stick, gravity will burn it down. We never figured out how to get that to work because it would always catch fire all the way up. So
yeah,
when you do it right, it works.
And if you're in a warm climate, like keeping it real is North Carolina, yeah, you use so little wood. I mean, a nice big armful of wood could do you all winter. And even in Idaho,
you could probably heat your house with a sunroom in North Carolina, just a sunroom. If you get enough sunny days. Here we get some cloudy days, and then we have to turn on the stove. But on sunny days, we don't burn at all.
Yeah.
Our sunroom is really effective that way. I love it. Oh.
Hey, Sammy from Willow Creek. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Sammy.
Everett says hi, but he can't see you. Say hi to Sammy.
Sammy, look what I drew.
Oops.
No, it fell.
Oops, it fell. We're definitely in the
Halloween spirit.
Halloween spirit, yeah.
That's right.
We decorated Saturday and yesterday.
We had decorated before, but
yeah.
we have a lot more decorations than just this.
We have 4 of those giant Rubbermaid totes of Halloween decorations, and we put them all out.
It's not enough, honestly. I want like life-size Halloween figures, like Disneyland. I want my house to be like Disneyland.
Yeah. Like the Haunted Mansion. Or
don't know how I'm going to store
decorates.
it all. We're not talking about realistic stuff here. We're just dreaming.
So Emmy's eyebrows, we've had a few comments about that. This is left over from, she wanted me to paint her face as a horse, and she had this nice big white blaze across her nose. It was really cute. And everything has come off except for her eyebrows.
Emmy, go like this.
You
Can
do that?
Do this with your eyebrows?
Alex is doing it.
Emmy, do this.
She's so funny.
Do this, Emmy.
Pioneer Bee Co., the company in Homesteading.
Ooh, hi from England. Hi, Terry.
So you have a random question. Do we have a fridge? Yes, we have a refrigerator, but it's not a typical one. That's a really good question.
It's a converted chest freezer, and we bought online, what is it called?
Oh, it's just an exterior control panel, and just a thing where you turn the thermostat up or down. And it's actually made for people who brew their own beer, I guess. And so a lot of people will actually buy a chest freezer and then turn this thing, this exterior control knob, to be cold, but not as cold as it
regulates the temperature.
Yeah. So they make beer by making it not quite as cold as a fridge, and then ours is just fridge temperature. So we just turn the temperature down, and
we like it because whenever you open the door. The kids have left it open before, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Because the heat, the cold doesn't spill out.
Down at the bottom.
Nice.
So it's very efficient, and we have 2 of those that way.
At times, because we have that, we've been able to...
one of those kind.
Or that's what I meant, yeah. We have a fridge and a freezer, both chest style.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
But being able to
that's right,
store all of our milk. When Buttercup had first started giving us milk, we had 14 gallons in the fridge at one time.
Oh, we need Banjo to see.
So... that is hard to put in a traditional fridge. And so we were really grateful that we had this chest fridge to
Banjo's
hold
face.
all that.
Emmy and Alex are stealing the show with their eyebrows.
The eyebrow show.
So yeah, it does make the fridge more efficient, Teal House. Yeah, like I said, when we open the door, or a few times, so we have 2 plugs in the pantry area where we have the fridge and the freezer, and then when we go to grind our wheat with the electric grinder, we'll unplug one of those 2, and then often we'll actually forget to plug the fridge or the freezer back in. And one time we found that it was unplugged for like 36 hours, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine. So pretty awesome. And we had used it,
That's actually how it works, is that the the gauge that we change on it, it literally just turns it off. When it gets up to the right temperature, it just turns off. And then it feels it when it gets too low or too warm, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And then it turns it back on. So
Nice.
it's pretty awesome.
So,
Somebody asked what our birds were. They're parakeets. We have 3 of them. They're Lizzie's. And if I hadn't had my hands full, I'd show you. I've got my hands full.
I'm going to knock something over if I reach and show you. So we had them up in Lizzie's room for a long time, and now they are with their family, and they like it.
Willow Creek says, is Lizzie done dying? Yeah, she was really sick. Alex was really sick too, and they are feeling much better.
Yeah, it was a very weird viral or bacterial.
It's like a fever, and then their gums were really swollen, and so it was hard to eat. So Alex is finally feeling better. Lizzie's feeling really a lot better.
Hers was terrible. Oh, poor
Yeah,
Lizzie. It lasted so long.
They had weird fever dreams, which is really annoying, and
Kinda
we're glad it's
scared me
over.
down. What, buddy?
I had a dream that our room was dirty. That explains how sick I was.
You had a dream that your room was dirty, then you woke up and it was true.
No, their room is
That's okay.
cleaner now.
Actually, it's cleaner than our room. Good job, Alex and Everett. Terry Rocker. Terry says, I'm a teacher. I was wondering how you organize your homeschool to meet the different age of the kids. It's an excellent question. And it's not always easy. However, Lizzie's essentially completely self-learning. She's just such an avid devourer of books that she can learn the ins and outs of a principle of any subject
And she has
completely on her own.
She's built up the work ethic to be able to, take care of herself. I'll give her assignments occasionally, but oftentimes she'll give herself assignments.
Yeah, if she wants to learn about something she's, seen on the news, heard about online, heard about from her friends.
She's usually already done it, and then she educates us. You like that? She educates us on it.
Oh, man.
And for Alex and Everett, a lot of times I do school together with them. They're close enough in age. Honestly, I assign my kids a lot of reading. You can pretty much do any subject by reading it, and so we have a lot of that.
And also, a slightly different method we use is we'll kind of choose a subject. Well, like with Alex, he absolutely loves tractors of almost any kind, and construction equipment.
Banjo got a shiny wallet. She wants to show you.
Yeah.
It's her very own.
It's awesome. So for Alex, learning about tractors, he can learn how to spell, things that have to do with tractors, and it's not just tractors. I mean, he's so into it. He wants to know every single aspect of it, from how to get a job at a construction place,
how to operate a tractor,
how to speak Spanish so he can hire.
He's learning a lot of different things that go into that, because he actually plans on owning a construction business with large machinery.
Yeah, so we just take what the kids are naturally interested in and then show them, in essence, how they need all these different subjects to
apply to
really,
real life as an adult.
Yeah, to really be successful in their interest, in their field of interest. And they're really good at it. No, Emma, that's not good. What are you quoting me? Emmy's pushing her car seat around, which is an extra car seat we have in the house, and so it's basically
She found her infant car seat, and she insists on bringing it into the house and driving it around on the floor. Believe it or not, Lizzie used to be a frustrated reader, if that makes sense. She would drag her feet and roll her eyes. And so all of you out there who have a kid who is giving you a rough time, there's hope. Lizzie has gone on the complete flip spectrum. Sometimes I have to tell her to stop reading so that she can do other things that I need her to do around the house. So there's hope. It really, the more you read, the better you get at it. And so anyway, you guys know. But any of you who feel like it's the end of the world, it's not. It'll get better.
Help you, chair.
Promise.
Oh, you want the car seat on the chair? I don't know. It's very safe. Can I just hold you? Is that all right? You want that? All right.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Keeping it real. That's awesome. Purple whole peas. I've never even had those before.
Purple whole peas? That's awesome.
Yeah.
We like... Ooh, babe.
Sorry. Emmy's over here. She almost fell, so I'm like
See, now I
trying.
can't fit on the chair. There we go.
That's
Emmy's
awesome. Willow
shaking it
Creek
up.
said that Emma used to hate reading also. She is like an obsessive reader like Lizzie. They're just, when you can't find Emma or Lizzie, they're reading or reading together.
Out of Goshen. So Goshen, Colorado. Right? Goshen, Utah.
I've never heard of Goshen.
Oh, okay. There's a Goshen, Utah. Maybe you're from Goshen. I don't know. You're ready to start a homestead in Colorado. Thank you for watching our videos.
Awesome.
What an honor. We watched this channel down. They're called My Little Homestead, which is an awesome name. And when we were first starting homesteading, we feel like we owe so much to.
They're the
to
first
them.
homesteading channel we started watching.
So for you to say that, anyway, we appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and we hope we give you some encouragement as you go out and homestead in Colorado. How exciting. I'd like to know where you are.
So, Lilanu asks what editing program we use. We use
Keeping it real, thanks for joining us if you're still there. We'll see you next time.
Wondershare. Oh. Emmy says bye. We use Wondershare Filmora. It just sounds like a Harry Potter spell. That way you can remember it.
Oh, they're asking what we use.
Filmora. Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's just asking.
Yeah, it cost us it was like $79 to purchase the program for life. Oops,
You can have a free version. I think they have like a.
pay $6.95 a month.
They
something
paste
like
a little
that.
icon though. So to get the icon off, you have to pay.
Yeah, it's so much easier than the Windows Movie Maker that we were using before. Are we buffering, you guys, or are we coming through okay? Wow, that's a loud tractor or truck.
I don't know. You want to go check and
You want
see
to check
if
the
our
chickens?
Our chickens. You know the joke? Why does the chicken cross the road? Our chickens always cross the road. And we have farm tractors that have to slow down. And I'm always worried about our turkeys.
Yeah.
They're so cute and nice. I don't want them to get run over. I'm worried about the chickens too. But man, I love those turkeys. Those turkeys are,
What's
I
the
feel
word
like,
about
irreplaceable because they have a friendship with us more than the chickens do.
I don't know, they're smarter animals than the chickens. The turkeys are. So we're buffering a tiny bit, but not too bad. Okay, thanks for the feedback. What's the age difference between Banjo and Emma? Well, and Banjo's sinking down again. Banjo is actually 5 years old, and she's just really tiny. And Emmy, who's a couple inches taller, is 2 years old. Huh.
How old are you, Emmy? Are you 2?
Emmy, 2, huh. Emmy is short for Emma. So her actual first name is Emma Lee. And Banjo's first name is Evangeline. So Banjo and Emmy.
Terry asks since we love to read, what do we like to read? What do you like to read, buddy?
Banjo and Emmy, huh?
What's your favorite when I say time for reading? What do you pick?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yeah, Alex loves Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's one of the books Lizzie started. I asked Lizzie, I said, what book brought you over the threshold of like, books are okay to books? And that was Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So sometimes there's that book that just gives that transition for you. And now Lizzie's into the Keeper of the Lost Cities. She loves Harry Potter. A lot of fantasy adventure stuff is going on. We do a lot of other stuff too. You know, like homeschool. Usually it's just, we Google for homeschool and I make my kids read.
Google is our library. Oh, maybe, just a second.
Oh, I want to answer it.
Oh, it's my brother calling. My youngest brother is coming to visit us today, and he's gonna make Halloween decorations with us. He's
He
what
loves
I would
to
call a
sculpt.
professional sculptor, even though that's not his primary source of income.
Creepy sculptor.
He does some creepy stuff, huh? He loves Halloween.
Okay, funny story about Trent's brother. The first time I went to meet Trent's family, we weren't even married yet, and we went on this trip
I
out
love
to
this
visit
story.
them. And Stan built a fountain out of chicken bones.
Well, yeah, I don't know what he lined a pot with
He used a recirculating hose pump, and he changed the water to look like blood. He even put a thickener in it.
Yeah, like cornstarch or flour or
so
something.
He made a blood fountain with chicken bones and gauze, and he was just, he's awesome.
Yeah.
But that was my first introduction to trans family.
That was fun.
So I knew what I was getting into, and I know.
Yeah, my brother and I are nothing alike.
Awesome.
But he is awesome.
And he's my uncle. He's
Boy,
my uncle.
I said we're nothing alike. He's awesome.
Well, Trent's awesome too.
The dark lady. How do your kids learn sign language? Because
The dark lady?
Yes. So, saying you taught your kids.
That's awesome. I want to teach my kids. Well, that's one of the reasons I started teaching Alex. I'm not teaching Alex Spanish. He's learning Spanish through an app that we have on our iPad.
Yeah,
he loves it.
I took a college course, just an introduction to sign language, and I learned so much about the deaf culture. Very cool thing. Very cool thing that we want to teach our kids and learn ourselves.
Bye, Terry. Yum. Have fun at eating food.
So, let's see. You said we crossed our time threshold.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it shorter today. That's Emmy saying bye.
Almost.
But we really want to keep talking, but that's why we're going to do it every Monday. So we will say goodbye for now, but not forever.
Yeah. So we'll try to keep these things short. How long has it been then?
It's been more than half an hour.
Wow. Okay.
It's been about 40 minutes. So
what are we going to do this week? So we're going to do Halloween decorations. That's going to be today, so tomorrow's video. Keep working on the roof.
What else do you have in
We're going to make sauerkraut because we finally had experience with it.
We had one of our viewers showed us how. She lives just 25 minutes away.
We say viewers, but she's a good friend who also happens to be a viewer as well. Yeah, so we're going to do sauerkraut. Really awesome. So easy. We were intimidated by it before, but we've got a lot of cabbage that will have to be made in sauerkraut. We've still got peppers that we're going to
We have a whole bushel of peppers we haven't done anything with yet.
Well, we keep on cooking with them, but
share recipes for peppers, please.
Yes.
We've cooked stuffed peppers,
and especially for preserving peppers.
Yes.
Yeah, different methods of preserving. So yeah, so
thanks,
tune
guys.
in this week for all those fun things, and we'll see you again on Monday. And yeah, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you then.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Awesome glasses.
Bye.
Bye.